Morning all, Sunday the 2nd of August. As you can see, I had my haircut yesterday. Went for me CT scan. And apart from the fact it took two people to get a cannula in, checked this arm here, couldn't find a vein, checked my hand, checked here, couldn't find a vein, checked my hand, tried going in here, and eventually got in here. And as you can see from this picture, but yeah, I finally got there and got a cannula in and went in and had my scan and that were done. So now it's just a question of sitting and waiting for results, which I think are the worst. It's the worst part of it all is having to sit and wait. I'm not going to lie, I was getting anxious leading up to the scan. It's 7 years apparently I'd had this tumour that were attached to my kidney, which got taken out last August. So yeah, it kind of makes you think, well, what else might be happening that you don't know about? And it's 12 months coming up from my kidney coming out. You know, your brain starts telling you stupid things and making you think stupid things, and yeah. So that's where I'm at this moment in time. I've had my scan, had my CT scan, and just need to sit here and wait to hear from them. I say to Vicky as well, hopefully there's something that we can do over the phone. And I don't, it's all right, but because I've had it done in Sheffield, I've got to go to Sheffield for scan. My scan before I had my kidney out was done in Barnsley, in that centre in Glassworks. So yeah. Anywho, so today in history. Well, 2 years ago, my dad had his stent fitted, and this were we took him in. Me and our Sarah took him in, and I hung about. Our Sarah had to go to work. I hung about, went down with him when they took him in. Yeah, and it were a worry. It were a worry. But as I say, he went in and they did what they needed to do. And this were him. This were him when I come out. When he, they let me in to see him afterwards. All smiles, looking healthy, having something to eat and a drink. It was in his throat. He got esophageal cancer. And it was basically, it had closed his throat up, his esophagus up. So he was having trouble swallowing stuff. The tablets that he were taking were getting stuck there. So now having effects on doing what they were supposed to do. Bless him. But yeah, he looks so well. I don't know. But yeah, in fact, tell her I said I didn't go to work. She went back to look after my mum. Oh, well, that was it. And she stayed with my mum overnight because my dad had to stay in overnight. But yeah, I don't know. I miss him. 5 years ago, I got this single, and it has one of my favourite songs on it, Dr. Bird, Small Flat by the Sea, which, if you go on Spotify and look it up, is fabulous. I've got a playlist They're called ride tunes, which is hours and hours and hours. And it's the first track on that playlist. But it's on shuffle, but I always start with that song. It's just a lovely, lovely song. I'll be honest, I can't remember who else is on it. So there we go. This has popped up. This photo popped up from 5 years ago. It was part of a conversation I'm having with somebody of us stopping smoking. And this isn't the actual ceiling, but it's very, very much the ceiling that we had. I'll tell you the story. When I used to work at Tesco's, I worked in Sheffield, and this was back in the days where you could still smoke indoors. And in the canteen, we had like a Perspex box, which was smoking room, nice comfy chairs, one thing and another. And I was smoking room, and I was sat there one day, and as you do, smoking my Marlboro Lights. And I put my head back, and I just looked up, and I'm looking there, I'm looking there, I'm looking there, I'm looking there. Now, about 3 months, 6 months previous, we had the whole store decorated. It used to be a Safeway store. Tesco's took it over, and they completely gutted it and redid it. And then they finally got round to redecorating back areas, and they decorated canteen. So as I say, I'm sat looking at the ceiling, and that's glorious white, and up there's a mucky brown, like you can see on the photo. And it suddenly dawned on me, if that's the ceiling, after 3 months, 6 months maybe, then what are my lungs like? And just like that, I stopped. I'd get remaining cigs that I had in my box to my mate, and I quit. I didn't do patches, I didn't do e-cigs, I don't even think e-cigs were a thing back there. I didn't do Nicorette gum or all like that, I just quit. And Vicky carried on smoking, and occasionally if we were out and about in cars, she'd ask me to light a cig up for her. And after a while, and not a very long while, every time I lit a cig up for her, I felt ill. The taste of it, which kind of made me know that I would never smoke again. And here we are now, 23 years on, 24, 23, 4 years on. Yeah. And I've still not started again. I miss it. I will be the first to admit I miss it. But it's like with any drug, you get addicted, don't you? Nicotine is a drug. So what with that and quitting drinking 3.5, 4 years ago. There we go. I don't think there's all else to tell you. That's today in history. And I'll have to check. So Barnsley played a friendly yesterday against Lincoln, who were absolutely pissed League One last season, and we beat them 3-0 with 10 men at the end. We went 3-0 up with 10 men. Didn't go. I told you yesterday I weren't going. But from all accounts, it was a really good match. And the new players that we've got seem to have been really good. And they all seem to be gelling together. Stendhal's must be pushing them hard in training from all I've been hearing that we were that good. So we play Wigan at home next Saturday in the Carabao Cup. I'm not entirely sure if we're going to that or not. Again, it's extra expense because it's a cup game, and I don't think we'll be able to sit in his own seats for that. And then we've got Bromley, I think, is his actual first game of the season. So, and Victoria's back from taking the once for a walk, so I'll be break in case it gets noisy. See you in a minute. So they're back from the tap. Arbella's been limping apparently during it. So I think he's had a look at the paw and everything and don't seem to be out, and she seems fine now. Oh, strange. Yeah. We need to fix his light switch in the bathroom. Vicky don't know her own strength and she just yanked it out at ceiling. Well, she didn't. Don't look at me like that. Give me a chance to put them right before you start glaring at me. It's frayed, it's knackered, it's old. But she's lovely, she's good with animals. No. The string, got a pull string thing, like most normal people have got in the bathrooms, and it's all frayed and come apart, so we need to get our step ladders back from Finn and Judd and see if we can do something with it. And that's later because it's Sunday and one assumes that mother-in-law is coming for crumpets. Did you get some crumpets yesterday?
Yeah.
Good. So yeah. I can't think that there's anything else to tell you today, folks. Oh, we shall leave it at that. TTFN.